Well, hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your mid October reading. Hello. Hello there. So, you know me. Let's get in here. Okay. Aquarius, mid October. Oh, there it is. Servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. I'm not getting anything from it right now. Let's see. Oh, first card. Horned cactus. Resourcefulness. Hmm. Feast of plenty. Choices and their consequences. Um, it's very interesting, Aquarius, because you and Gemini's energy is kind of alike. I'm not gonna say alike. It feels connected in some way. I don't know why. Um, but it feels like you're a go-between. Like you're a peaceful balance in some situation. Mm. It does. It feels like you're a peaceful balance. Like you're the person that is keeping the peace in a situation. Um, but I feel like you're being very picky with the words that you're using and what you're agreeing to and what you're not agreeing to. So it's like you're very smart with how you're using your words, but also being very supportive at the same time. But you don't want to choose sides, is what it looks like. So it's very middle ground energy. Um, it's weird because you want someone to see their wrongs and how their actions have consequences, but you don't want to choose sides either. Interesting, right? Mm. You don't want to choose sides, but you want to be there supportive. You know what it kind of reminds me of, like a parent, where you're like, I want to be nurturing to this person, or in a relationship, I want to care about this person. But at the same time, I don't want to say that their negative behaviors are okay. It's like that. Mm. So, well being, career, and new beginnings. Yeah. Yeah. This one's a tough one. I'm gonna say words, okay? I feel like this is not gonna be one cohesive thing. It's gonna be all over the place. I feel like you're working on yourself, Aquarius. I feel like you're focusing on you and your future, maybe looking for a new job or building your career, or focusing more on a career or something that you want to do in your life. So that is where your focus is, right? But also, it's like you want balance in your life, but you also don't want to like hurt somebody else's feelings. It's kind of like if somebody was always leaning on you and you're like, I'm here for you because that's the kind of bond we have. But at the same time, like I have my own issues. I don't have time to like take care of everything of yours right now. Um, so it's like, okay, because I feel like you it's like you're trying to focus on yourself, but somebody just needs all like this attention from you, and you're like, I'm here for you, but also I need to go over here and do this. Let's see what's in the card. So we have the Hangman, King of Swords, Strength. Wow, that's pretty strong, that energy. Four of Wands, the Sun, the Chariot, Four of Coins, Three of Coins, Six of Swords, Two of Coins, and the Queen of Coins. Yeah. I see you really wanted to work on yourself, but also maintain a balance of everything else in your life. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. That's what I see. Major Arcana, we have the Hangman, Strength, Chariot, Sun. That's a lot. There is a fear here of letting go, because you feel like if you let go, or if you're not involved, or you don't have a hand in something, it's just going to fall apart. And it's probably because you've always done that. Yeah, that's where the King of Swords come in. It's like you're the one that kind of is the glue that keeps everything together. You're the one that makes the decisions, probably the hard decisions. You're the one that has to be the logical one, or the go-between in some situation in your life. And you're like, if I make that sacrifice, or if I change the way I do that, I don't have the faith that it's going to work without me doing that. Yeah. But also, it kind of leaves you stuck from doing things for yourself, because you're like, if I change my status in the situation, or if I make a different decision for myself and not for everyone like I usually do, what does that mean? Where does that leave us? Right? Will everything fall apart if I think about myself, if I focus on me? Yeah, there's a big fear of probably a family unit falling apart. It feels very much like a family unit. And you being afraid to step away from that, to work on yourself, and feeling sort of tethered to it in a lot of ways. But also seeing that if you continue down that route, it doesn't really leave you any room to expand, to grow, to be successful. And it just feels, I'm going to say it feels like losing your identity in a way. Okay? Because your identity is now mother, wife, husband, brother, instead of Aquarius. And it's interesting because I feel like with the Strength and the Chariot, it's like this is the spot you're written into, like the story that you're written into. But you want to write a story about you, if that makes sense. Like your life, your decisions, your accolades. So when it comes down to everything, there's a fear that things will fall apart. And you just wish, there's like you're trying to find a way to get everybody on board so everything can like work out together, and you can actually go on this journey of self, right? Without everything falling apart. So I'm going to be honest, Aquarius, I feel like you're putting together a plan. And I do feel like there's going to be some pushback for this plan because people don't like change. Okay. But I feel like there's a pushback here. where people are like trying to gain more control of you and what you're doing, but you have to be strong in some conviction, and not give in just because of yourself. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. There's definitely a cycle. You definitely keep things together, or there's some cycle in your life that is unhealthy, right? And it's keeping you tethered down in a situation that you want to change. And you're like, okay, I'm looking at the fine line, the details, and in the details of this matter, I'm not coming out on top the way I want to, right? So it's like you want change, but you're like tethered to a certain situation, and you're starting to see that. Yeah, you're scared that you're the one that keeps an unsuccessful situation successful, or a bad situation good. Yeah. There's somebody that is consistently making bad decisions or doing or going in the wrong direction. And I feel like you have to stay on top of this person or this situation at all times. Yeah, you want to learn more about yourself, and you want to explore more about your life and do different things. I just feel like you're inquisitive about who you are, more than you do now. But you have to deal with the impulsivities of somebody else in your life. Interesting. Okay. The more you try to change things, the more that you try to pull away, um, I feel like the more someone tries to do things, or just does things that put you back in the same predicament where you have to save things, fix things, talk things out, be the mediator, right? It kind of I feel like it kind of drains you that they do that. Yeah, you just want everyone to be happy. You want everyone to be happy and to get along. The problem is, you know that in order for you to feel successful or to be where you want to be, it can't be like the past, Like, you're ready to move forward in some aspect. Yeah, this structure that you've put together, this scenario, I'm just going to call it a scenario. This scenario that's been put together doesn't have a good future to it, right? So it's like you're the one keeping the balance. You're the one making the decisions or keeping things in order. But it needs to be a well-oiled machine by itself. And I see that somebody else or other people are not going to like that, but it's really not about that. It's about you want your own success, and you're like, you got to stand on your own so I can live my life. That's kind of what it feels like. Okay. Yeah, but there's an over emotional part of you that would like to keep things the same to avoid chaos. Yeah, there's a part of you that rushes in when something happens, and you can't help that. And because of that, it's pretty much going to stay the same as what I'm seeing. But I do see this, Aquarius, and I do see this. I do see that you're going to start trying different things to see what sticks. You're just going to be throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. You haven't let go of what you want to build. But it's almost like you got to find sort of a slick way to do it so this other person or these other energies don't catch on to what you're doing and sort of sabotage it. I know that's a big word to use, But that's what I see you doing, right? And when you find one that sticks, it's going to work, because that's what I'm seeing here. Let me see. For this person, whenever things get hard for them, it's like they want you to come and fix it. That's all that I see. But it's more about them figuring out how to deal with things, deal with burdens and turmoil without you needing to do it. Like, they need to be able to give you space to grow, if that makes any sense. Okay. So, I mean, I know how that goes. Okay. So let's tie this all together, Aquarius. Okay. So we have wounded healer. Yeah. Wolf instinct. Oh, yeah. This is really about getting back to yourself. Sacred mountain and lightning power. You're really getting back to yourself. I don't know what's going on. It must be something in the energy. But you're looking to get back to yourself and who you are as an individual, instead of being seen in a particular category, you know, like a husband, a wife, a sister, a father, you know, like, you're like, what about Aquarius? Like, about me. And not that you're neglecting those duties. You're just making that an equal part, like a equal part. So, like, when you're happy, everyone's happy, that type of thing. So you're seeing that there's a need to do that. You're geared more towards healing your inner self, I would say. But this is a journey in and of itself, is what I'm seeing with the sacred mountain. It's a journey in and of itself to figure out how to work within the confines of the situation that you're in now. But what's interesting, lightning power wanted to come out, which means that you have the dedication to make it happen. So I see you are going to make these things happen. You are going to achieve these goals if that energy is there, if you push, you know. But there's a little bit of a dilemma because you got to get through the roadways, I guess you can say. Yeah, interesting, right? All right. Well, Aquarius, I love you. I'll see you in November. Okay. Bye-bye.